Hello world, this is Sarang. So today we are going to learn how to edit a feature in our online feature service. So I already have some code ready here which loads a base map and a feature service on it. So this is a feature service that I got from the samples of ESRI. And then now I'm going to implement the editing that is specifically for adding a feature. And if you would like to know how I got this to work and you want to learn this, I have my YouTube video on it. I'll attach the link down below. So let's get started. So first of all, I need to implement a touch listener on the map view because I want to add the feature when I tap on the screen, or you can say tap on the map view. So I'm gonna name it as custom map listener, and I will extend it from default map view on touch listener. Let's add the constructor here, and I don't think I need the map view. However, I need the service feature tables instance. Get the context and service feature table. Okay, so now our constructor is ready. I'm gonna implement the on single tap confirm, so because I'm already only working with the point layer. This is a point layer, so I will only work with the single tap confirm. So when we tap on the map, we get XY coordinate. So I'm gonna create an instance of point, then we'll pass that point to add it to the map. So let's make a point class here. Okay, if you create a point class, you'll see Android graphics and ArcGIS Runtime.geometry. So go for the geometry. Name it as map point, new point, and I'll get the e.x, e.y. That's it. And I only want the integer values out of it, so I'll cast it to integer. Okay, so we got the point instance, and then this is a kind of screen point that I got, so I can name it as a screen because when you tap on the screen you get the XY of the screen. We gotta convert it to the map point. So if I create another instance of point, which will be a map point, then we'll get the screen point map view dot screen to location, and that's it. Oh, this will be, I'm sorry, this will be another point from the Android class because this was the screen point. I'm sorry, I thought I was making the instance of map views point first. Okay, so we got the point ready. Now I'm gonna make another function to add it to the feature service. So add feature, and I'll pass the map point. Let's just create its instance here. All right. So now what we need to do is first of all, we know that we add some attribute attributes to the attribute table of a feature in a feature service. So I'm gonna make a hash map of attributes here. So it will be more like a string, an object, because it can be anything. And let's say it's attribute. Okay. So as I know what's there on the feature service, I'm gonna directly do it. I know there is this type attribute. I can say type column over there. I'll give it a 4. You can edit according to your feature service, so it should be according to your needs. I will add confirm, or you can say comments. There's a comments field as well. Got that right? Yeah. I'll just edit as like edited by sorry, so that people know that I've added that data. Once that is done, then I'll create a feature. I already have the geometry here. Okay, I need to. Okay, I already have passed the geometry. Now I've got the attribute. So all I need to do is create a feature out of it and then add it to the feature service. Pretty simple. Add feature. I have the instance of the service feature table because I need to add it to the service feature table, so I'm gonna use this. So it is create feature, and I'm gonna add the attributes and the map point. So attribute and map point, there you go. But now doing this is not enough, so what we do is we add it to the feature service by writing another piece of code. Service feature table dot add feature, because I told you that I'm gonna focus on add feature, so we add the feature like this, and then I'm gonna get the features like this. Once you add the features, then you get a feature listener, like a future listener. So let's create an instance for that. Okay. So why I did that is because I want to know when my feature is added so that I can notify the user that my feature is added, and only then I'll commit the edits. So let's just say I'm gonna add it like this, dot add done listener, it's a thread, so new runnable. So once it's done, I will first of all check if it is done, so try catch. Let's just say I get an exception. Okay, so what I'm gonna try is from this result, this one, I'll try to get the feature. So this tells me if it is successful or not. If it is successful, then we'll get to the next line, which is final. Okay, so what I did is I'm trying to get the feature edit result, which is which is something which you get after adding the feature. So I'll say apply edits future. It's kind of future because you will get the value. Not directly, but in a while. Okay, let me maximize this. It's too small for us. Okay, again, once it is done, apply. I'm gonna add another listener enable. Then I'll get the feature results. Try another thing, which is so if you add more than one feature, so you'll have more than one edit result. So now I'm gonna get one of the feature results. So I'm gonna add the apply edits feature dot get. That tells me if that was successful. Okay, it says you gotta add an exception over there. So let's add it. Alright, that's it. I think we are good to go then. So I'm gonna just say that our feature was added successfully. And just to confirm, if you really got that to work, I'm gonna add this as well. Features dot size. That will confirm if everything was fine. It should be 1. Alright, so last thing. Okay, let's go through it again so that we have the clarity what we did. Alright, so this was attributes. This is the geometry. Now once you have both of them, we create a map point out of them. So creating a feature out of them. Okay, so now once we are done with that, on the service feature table, I'm gonna add the feature asynchronously because it takes a little bit of time for the feature service to get the feature added to the database. Once that is done, this will hit using the add done listener, and then I'm gonna try listenable future.get, which confirms that the apply edits went fine. Then I'm gonna try to get the features out of it. So listenable future, apply edits async. Apply edits is like the final step. So once you have added the feature, or even you delete a feature or edit a feature, you gotta do this in the end. This actually confirms and adds the feature. So once that is done, I'm gonna get the data out of it just to make sure that I've got everything fine. So I got the feature edit result from apply edits.get, and then I'm gonna check the size. That will confirm if everything was fine. Let's just try to, okay, we're missing one more thing before we run it. I'm gonna add this listener on the map. New custom map listener. What did it require? Okay, gotta pass the context map view and okay. Alright, so let's do something. Let's make an instance of map view. I don't think that will work. So map view. I'm gonna add this like perfect. Let's put it on this so that there is no confusion. Okay, so this map view and service feature table. Let's try to run it. Okay, here we go. The base map is loaded. There are many data points already on it. So just to make sure that we add a point that is distinct, I'm gonna add it here. There is no point in the C. Once I tap it, there will be a graphic added like this. Okay, we got this, and feature added successfully, and there was a 1 after it because I was trying to get the size of the result. So let's just add one more point here. Okay, to make sure if the feature actually got added to the feature service, I'm gonna close the application, clear all, and I'm gonna run it again just to make sure if it is there. Alright, I'm gonna go there again. Okay, there you go. The features are added to the feature service. Okay, so that's how it's done. Alright, so it was a little complicated here. So if you have questions, please put them in the comments. I'll definitely reply to them. And I will love to know if you have more queries or if you have some requirements that I can do for you. So just comment them and hit the subscribe button because I'm trying to promote my channel here. Thank you. Stay tuned.